Securing funding can be a game changer for you as a prospective student in this study abroad process. In this video, I'll dive into a crucial topic for anyone willing to study abroad. I'll also share some key things to look out for on a university website and how to find programs that suit your interest or have funding available for you as an international student. If you're ready, let's go. Start this process without defining your goals and criteria. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, let me ask you these questions. What do you want to study and where do you want to study? Considering factors like location, program specialization, university ranking, and your career goals can help narrow down your research. There are countless universities here in the US, but how do you keep track of the schools you're applying to and then also know what you are really going in for? If you're ready, stick with me. First of all, we are going to start with a list of states in the US. So let's search for it. Here it is. We have 50 states here in the US, and so you go and search for it. We have this one. Here they are. They're already arranged in alphabetical order, and so you choose either to start from Alabama or start with any state that really meets your interest or where you want to go to. I am going to start with Alabama. So you now search list of universities in Alabama. Here it is. There's so many universities and colleges here that you can even see 100 plus more colleges. So you scout them and see which one really works for you. If you have a school already in mind, you go ahead and then you apply to it. You don't waste time. If you don't know, then you take your time to search for which one really meets your interest. I am going to select the University of Alabama. So when you select it, you're going to see so many features here. You can see overview, admissions, cost, programs, outcomes, and then students. And so when you come down, you're also going to see graduation rate and acceptance rate. You're going to look, as a prospective student, you're going to look at that acceptance rate, and this is 80%. This shows the rate at which they accept students into the university or your chance of getting admissions. For your information, this is not a requirement for you to do in this process, but if you're really interested in getting to know what the school has to offer you or your possibility of getting into that school, I would advise that you take this process and then look for this information. Looking at how they are willing to accept students, we are not going to look at the school itself. Okay, the University of Alabama. It's right here. Now, when you get on the university site, you're going to see all these features here. I'm going to draw your attention to some features which will help you get the information you need to apply to the program you want. Every institution has a different website for your information, and so don't expect to see this kind of thing on every institution you search. But there are some key points that exist on all the pages, let me say it that way. Things like academics, admissions, we have the International Student Office, we also have the Financial Aid tab. If you don't see them here, you can go right into this corner and see these three lines. You can click on it and then check if they are here. If they are not there, you can take your time and then go through the academics and the admissions page and you'll find them. So let me check here to see if I'll find any of them. Mind you, I'm looking for information on International Student Office or the Financial Aid Office. So this is undergraduate admission, and then we have financial aid. So here it is. I found it because it's a very important page for you to find. All right, but I would want to start with academics. Now let's go to academics. The academics tab gives you information on the programs of study and then anything general about the program you're going to pursue and how best they can support you. And so if you take your time to scout, you're going to find colleges and schools, resources, libraries, technology, and then special programs. Based on the degree you're going to pursue, you can choose either undergraduate major or graduate programs. I am going for graduate programs. This side here is for you to filter to the interest you want. So if you want to come into education, you can just click on it and you get it. If you want health and nutrition, you go for it. But if you don't know the program you want to pursue and you want to do a general search, you take your time and then go through the programs. I would want to start with education because I have a bachelor's degree in education. So we have counselor education, and so let me take this one. When you come here, you're going to find a lot of programs here. So these programs the possibility that you also find them in the major search tab is very high, but you might not see all of them sometimes because they are all found in the same departments, I'll say. And so if you don't see some programs, sometimes click on the program you're interested in. You might find other related programs in that department. So there are so many programs here. We have counselor education, school counseling, and then mental health counseling. That is your specialization if you want. And so let me go for counselor education. So there's this information here for you. If I come here, for those seeking for PhD opportunities, you find these ones. If I want this one, I can get all the information. Okay, so these are vital informations you need to pay attention to, and then you keep on searching. Now let's go back. Let's go back to another state. I don't want to waste much time here. So let's say I don't think I would want to go to Alabama. Let me search Ohio State and see the list of schools or the list of important information I can get from that place. So I'll come to Ohio and then search for list of universities in Ohio. We have Bowling Green State, we have Ohio University, we have University of Cincinnati. Let me take Bowling Green State. Alright, so the acceptance rate is quite similar to that of Alabama University, and so it's literally giving you a green light to go ahead and submit your application. When you come here, you can see that Ohio University has acceptance rates of 87%, and so you stand a chance of gaining admission into the university. Miami University has an acceptance rate of 88%, and so you don't need to worry about it. And so when you come to Ohio, you can see that most of the institutions here have high acceptance rates, and so just take your time and then scout for it. Like I said, I will be taking Bowling Green State University, so let's go for it. So, Bowling Green State University. It's right here. Okay, so if you observe the site, you're going to see that it's quite different from that of Alabama University. You can see the academics here, and it also has subtitles that you can also get information from. When you come to admissions, it has all the information you need. We have the international office here, and you don't need to struggle to find information on that. You won't see the financial aid office here because it's going to be located somewhere in any of the subtitles. Once again, I'll go with the academics. So they have accounting. Like I said, if you want to narrow down your search to what you've already searched for, you just go ahead and do it. All right, this tab will help you, but I don't need it at this moment. Okay, so please show me your. Great. Now, I would want to still look for a program in education. So what do I do now? I'll keep on searching. You can go and use the filter to get all the information you want, but I would want to go this way. College Student Counseling and Business Services. All right. So this program is under the Department of Higher Education and Student Affairs in the College of Education and Human Development. Then you take your time to read. You read. So you now go to the program requirements. That is all the things you need to submit to gain admission into the program. Okay. So prospective students, they have vital information for you to go through and then know if you're qualified to be there or if you are interested in coming. And it's quite detailed to the extent that they give you information on the application process and then how you can get admissions into the program. Okay, it's right there. There's usually the sites that people don't pay attention to, which is frequently asked questions page for prospective students. Sometimes when we open a site, we quickly go and then search for what we want. If we don't find it, we then reach out to professors and also staff to get information from them. I would advise that you first assess all these things, and if you still don't find the information you want, you go ahead and then reach out to them. If you don't do that and then ask them questions that already exist on the page, it doesn't show that you're a serious student. And so I would advise that you come here and then find out information that are also helpful in your process. Now they are asking, how does the CSP program use GRE score? Probably it's not required. So if you have a GPA less than 3.0, that means that you need to submit a GRE score. They have funding for interested applicants or students who join their program, and so if you apply, the possibility that you get tuition scholarship is very high. So yes, there's a program for you to search for and apply to. Okay, now let's go and look out for other features. Graduate student. Okay, so mostly they have general requirements for you as a grad student, and they also have departmental requirements for you as a grad student. And in this process, so after reviewing the general graduate school requirement, you now go back to the main site, which is the college student counseling site, and then get extra information. So this is for prospective students who are now coming into the program. We are still on the academic site. All right, so they've provided you all the information you need. The deadline for the program, there's an important information you need to find. Then you read the application process. Like I said, it differs with every institution, but what matters is that you know what you need to do and then how to go about it. And I'm providing you with all this information. So you now look at the admissions process. It's a 4-step process, and so you follow it and then do your application. Then they said, what happens when your file is complete? They now interview you and then take you through the process. You go ahead and then look at the stipends and the scholarship, which is an important information. So this program actually has stipends and then scholarships available. You might not find this on every program or every institution's website. So when you don't get this information you need, what you do is that you go to faculty or staff and then reach out to maybe the program's administrator or the director to find out the information you want as an international student. Now let's go back to admissions. I am looking for information as a graduate student. International student. So they have all this information for you as an international student. And so make sure you visit that site to get all the information you need to help you through the application process. All right, so I believe I've been able to provide you with much information you need to go through this application process. The important thing you need to look out for is how you get information from the academic site and then what you need to consider in the admission process as an international student. And so don't forget to look out for all these key factors, which is the admission, the academic, financial aid, and then international student office. You need to go through all these steps to get the information you need. And if you don't find the information you want on after going through all these, you then reach out to any professor or any director, student director, or staff on the sites, maybe the program you want to apply to, or the university site itself, and I'm sure they're going to refer you to the right place for you to start your application. There are some tips that I would want to share with you, and I hope that you're going to consider them and then put them into act in this process. So I would want you to apply as early as possible, and then you need to stay organized, because mostly funding opportunities are given to people who hold good GPAs and other stuff, and it can be very competitive. And so it's up to you to start your application early. Reach out to professors who are willing to fund you or give you scholarship or give you, like, help you join their labs so that you can get the funding to pursue your program. And so I would advise that you apply as early as possible and then stay organized throughout this process. Also, consider deadlines. It's very important because you would need to submit your documents, you need to submit your transcript. Some schools request that you submit an official transcript, which is your institution send it directly to them. And maybe you would need to send it via DHL or anything can happen. So you need to start your process as soon as possible to help them get your documents. Also, I would want to let you know that if you have any question or you are contemplating on making some decisions, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section, and I'll be there to respond as soon as possible. I would also want to advise that finding assured funding for your studies in the US can be challenging. It doesn't come easy, but it's worth the stress you go through, because you wouldn't struggle that much after getting it when you come here. And so I'd advise that you take your time to do the best application you can do, and then I'm sure you can just achieve the success you want. And so, yes, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, don't forget to share, and I hope this video has been helpful. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll be there to respond. Thank you for watching, and bye.